We're exploring this idea of how to deal with, how to love effectively when people fail us, and people fail us all the time. And one of the things that we talked about yesterday is we want to treat people the way that we want to be treated, do unto others as we would have them do unto us. There's a really curious, beautiful set of verses in Hebrews chapter 12, where it says, see to it that no one fails to obtain the grace of God, or see to it that no one misses the grace of God, and that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many. Interesting verse, because this whole section in Hebrews is talking about looking after each other, that see to it that no one fails to obtain the grace of God, that none of you among you failed to obtain the grace of God. It's not just this individual thing. It is that we're intended, that God's best for us is to continually call each other into grace. And when we say that grace, we're talking about that we live in a place where God's favor rests on us, that we live in a place of ease before God instead of tense and holding on too tight. We live in a place where we have been accepted by God because of who He is, not on the basis of who we are. That we're loved by God on the basis of who He is, not because of who we are, or we're lovable or not. We're worth it to Him. That we live in that place of grace, and that we call each other, that we're sensitive to each other, to call each other into grace. It's like you see something, in a brother or sister. It's like you are, I'm all, holding on too tight. I just think that nothing is going right, to be able to say, hey, you're the receiver, you're the target of God's wonderful grace. I want to call you back into that grace. And so today, I want to call you back into that grace. There's something about singing that song, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound, singing it real slow, that causes us to settle inside of ourselves, because we are in this place, this beautiful place of acceptance and love and wonder with God, because of what God has done in His Son Jesus, not because of anything that you have done. It's all Him. He loves you. I'm calling you back into grace.